welcome back to my channel. My name is Mireya if this is your first time here, and if it's not, thank you so much for coming back. Today we're going to be doing a rather trendy eye look. It is the Foxy eyes look inspired by Bella Hadid. It's very it's like the eye lift. It's like the eye lift of makeup without surgery. So that's what we're going to do today, and I have a neat little trick that I wanted to show you guys in case you wanted to try it out. So let's go ahead and get started. So I don't have anything on my skin right now, just a little bit of moisturizer. First thing we're going to need is some tape. Yes, you heard it right. We're going to put tape on our face. Okay, so we're going to cut a piece about this long. And then just so it doesn't have so much friction, you're going to put it on the back of your hand and then peel it off. Just because we're going to put it under our eyes, and this area is very delicate, so we don't want it to have too much tugging and pulling once it comes time to take it off. So I'm going to go ahead and grab it like so. You see how the curve of my eye goes this way? So I just want to follow the natural curve that I have and put the tape in that same area. Like that. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Now the important thing about the other side is to get it even, because once you've started putting on product and it's going the other way, then you're kind of screwed. So just make sure you do take your time and try to get it as even as possible. And that's it, you guys. That's all for this tutorial. We could just go ahead and walk out to the grocery store like this. Just kidding, we can't even do that anymore. All right, we're gonna go ahead and prime our eyelids. And as usual, I'm gonna go ahead and use my P. Louise base in the shade Rumor 02. Okay, so now that we've gone ahead and primed our eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and pick up the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit and pick up this lightest shade, and I'm just going to use that to set my eyelids. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and grab the Amrezy palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills again. I used this in my last tutorial. And we're just going to go ahead and pick up the shade OG right here. It's the very neutral transition shade. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick it up on a very fluffy blending brush. This one is the M441. And I'm going to start building that up on the outer crease, making sure that I hit contact with the tape. And I want to just go kind of in small circular motions. I am going to bring it in towards the lid, but I want to keep it most of the concentration out here. And I also want to bring some of that product down along the tape. Do you see that? See how we're kind of creating a V there? Now once I have the amount of pigment and concentration I want out here, then I can go ahead and bring the brush towards the inner corner. See, it creates a soft little gradient. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and pick up the M456 brush, and this one is it's a blending brush also, but it's a lot more packed in, so it's better for more detailed work or working on smaller areas, which is where we were trying to be a little bit more precise, so that's why I'm switching over to this guy. And I'm going to pick up the shade 1988 right here. And this one, I'm just going to pack right along the tape. Literally, I'm going to follow this right along the tape. So you see that's kind of creating a wing. And then I'm going to go back to the brush that we used for the transition shade, and I'm actually going to use that to buff out this wing too, because I want it to look very diffused, soft and diffused. So now I'm going to go ahead and pick up this brush. This is the JH43 brush, and if you can tell, it has a flat top This is a perfect like smudger brush, but if you don't have a flat brush, that's fine. You could also just use an angled brush. I just like this one because it's a little like denser, so it's perfect for smudging out your eyeliner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the shade BK right here. It's just the black eyeshadow. And I'm gonna stamp this along my entire eyelid as if it was eyeliner. So we're essentially just doing eyeliner, but with eyeshadow. And then here in this outer edge is where I kind of want to like dig it into the tape too. Right out at that edge, kind of going up towards the top, but I'm gonna stop myself very like quickly before going up too high, because I just want it to have like that depth and definition right at the edge. And then I'm gonna go ahead and grab the M456 brush that we used for the 1988. And I'm going to buff that out one more time. And then again, grabbing the brush that we used for our transition shade and giving that a blend now. I want everything to look smoky and gradient. I don't want any harsh lines. Okay, so I don't think my camera recorded that last part, so I'm gonna go ahead and say it one more time for you guys. I went ahead and picked up the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit and grabbed the lightest shade in the palette again. So I'm just pressing it right into the inner corner, and it's also gonna help blend the darker shades into the crease. Just like that. Very soft and simple. All right, so now that we're ready, we can go ahead and reveal it. So let's go ahead and pick up this tape, and we're just gonna go ahead and, yes, that was so satisfying, oh my God. I love it. Okay, perfect. So now we're gonna go ahead, there's still another trick that we're gonna do to our eyes, but before we can jump into that, let's go ahead and do our face, and then we'll come back and wrap this up. Okay, so don't make fun of me, but I went ahead and pinned my hair back so that I can do my foundation without like it falling all over my face. So, all right, so first things first, I do have moisturizer on already, but I always go in with my True Match Lumi Glotion. So I'm going to just grab a little bit of that. This one is in the shade Light, I believe. I'm just gonna apply that all over my face. All right, now that we've got that out of the way, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer, and I'm gonna use that to just press it into the T-zone, the center area of my skin. Just like right here, by the nose, smile lines. Look at this guy. Rude. Like, I just got rid of the other ones, and now I've got this one here. All right, now you guys know I don't do foundation, but I'm gonna go ahead and grab my concealer. This one is, as always, the Kylie Jenner skin concealer in the shade Gypsum. This foundation routine that I'm about to do is actually the same routine that I will do any day when I'm just trying to walk out of the house ASAP, because it just gets the job done so fast. I'm done in like 10 minutes, tops. Okay, now for setting powder, I'm going to go ahead and grab both the Kylie Skin Concealer and the Fenty setting powder. And this one's in the shade Butter, and this one is in the shade Yellow. And I'm going to mix both of them. And then with whatever's left over on my sponge, I want to make sure that I press it into my smile lines so I can avoid creasing there. And a little bit on my forehead too. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to bronzer, and I'm gonna pick up the Kylie Cosmetics pressed bronzing powder in the shade Toasty. And I'm just gonna pick that up on a angled face brush. And remember that bronzer can also help you elongate this area if you have it kind of like running parallel to your liner. It's gonna make the whole thing look like it's just like lifted. Okay, so now that we've bronzed up the face a little bit, I still want to bring just a little bit more definition, because Those cheekbones that Bella Hadid has, I don't have. There's just too much cheeks on this face to give the impression of a Bella Hadid bone structure, you know? So we're gonna fake it till we make it. And we're gonna do that using the KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light Contour Palette. Boom, what? Thank you. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab the 2 lighter shades on a nice little angled face brush. This one's a little bit more dense and compacted, and I love it for getting right under the cheekbones. It's actually the Morphe M405 brush. And I'm just going to follow like right under where we applied that bronzer, just to give it a little extra definition. All right, so moving on to blush, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Becca BFFs palette from the collaboration with Chloe and Malika. And using my blush brush from Morphe, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up those 2 shades that I showed you guys last time that I really liked. And I'm going to dust that lightly on my cheeks. All right, you guys, so now for the other section of the eyes that I was telling you guys about, this is what's really gonna bring the Foxy look, like, it's really gonna complete it. So there's a couple of options. One, if you have a brown liquid liner, that is gonna be your best bet. I actually don't have a brown liquid liner, and I don't wanna use black because I feel like it's gonna be too harsh with how soft and smoky this brown look is. So I'm actually gonna use a brown brow gel. This one is actually from Smashbox, and it is in the shade Midnight Brown. This guy right here. It's a very chocolatey shade. And I actually have this mixing medium. This one is from Makeup Forever. It's called Aqua Seal. It's a waterproof liquid converter. So essentially you can mix this with any product and turn it into waterproof and kind of like almost gel-like. So I'm just gonna put a drop of that on the lid. And I'm gonna grab a tiny little eyeliner brush. This one is from Morphe. It's the M250-1. First, I'm gonna dip it into the liquid, and then I'm gonna brush it onto the gel. And look, we end up getting a nice liquid liner. I don't know if you could see that. We're gonna go ahead and bring it into the inner corner of your eyes. And we're gonna stamp it in first, like right at the inner corner. And then you're going to kind of bring it outwards. Just like that. And this time I'm going to follow the bottom section. All right, so now that we've gone ahead and done that, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Amrezy palette and then just grab the shade OG. And I just wanna give my under eye a little bit of shadow, nothing too crazy. I am loving the way that this is turning out. I literally feel like my eyes have been lifted. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and curl my lashes and throw on some mascara before putting on some falsies. All right, guys, so last week I told you guys that I had decided to start like a cleanse and trying to jumpstart my like health and fitness. Proud to say I've still been doing a good job. I've been staying within calories, not eating late at night, tracking everything that I do eat. I feel like I was always bloated because I was always eating junk, duh. And I've been making my dinners and lunches. Like I've actually been like making my food every single meal. Sorry, I can't talk and do my mascara at the same time. But yeah, I thought I'd keep you guys up to date because it's gonna be something like that kind of keep me accountable. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there real quick. Okay, so last week when I had done a quick Walgreens run, I happened to see these guys on display and they really caught my eye. They are the Kiss Lash Couture Luxtensions collection, and it says it's the ultimate lash extension look. They look so dramatic for a drugstore eyelash. Like, look at the curl on that, the fluffiness. shook. What? This is so glamorous, and it actually ended up being so perfect for this look. 10 out of 10 would recommend. That is so beautiful. Okay, moving on to highlight so we could wrap this up. Okay, so for highlight, I'm actually gonna grab the same highlight from the BFF's palette. I love this highlight. I love it so much that I actually had to stop using this for a while because what happens if I run out? Like, what happens when it's all gone? I didn't want to think about that, so. Okay, so now to finish off the look with a little bit of lip gloss, I'm gonna grab the Dose of Colors lip gloss in the shade Barely There. I love how nude that is. Oh my god. I am obsessed. Look at these eyes. Like, how are they even real? No wonder Bella Hadid is such a goddess. She just gets to wake up with eyes like these, and we put in all this work. Well, I'm super happy with this, you guys. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys out, and then we can go ahead and wrap this up. All right, guys, so this is it. This is the finished look. I am literally obsessed with this look. From the foxy eyes to the nude lip. Bella Hadid who? Just kidding, I don't have her body, but like these eyes, I'm coming for you, Bella. I am shook. Like, I knew this was gonna be good, but damn. So that's it for today's video, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and that you learned a couple of tips and tricks along the way. This video was filled with tips and tricks, so I really hope you guys took notes. If you guys did like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and also don't forget to hit the notification bell because I do upload new videos every Friday and you don't want to miss out on that. Friday is our days, right? Okay, so Friday is our girls' days. You're gonna come and hang out with me for 15 to 20 minutes and we're just gonna chat about life. Like that, it is what it is. So I don't want you to miss it. I want you to hit that notification bell so you can get notified the moment I upload and we can have a little hangout session, you know? Until next time, I love you guys.